لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول كريم صلى الله عليه وسلم. My dear respected brothers and sisters, we are now witnessing the changing of the Kiswah in the Ka'bah. And of course, the Ka'bah is the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that was first built by Ibrahim and his son Ismail alayhim salam. These great prophets built the house for the first time, which has become the Qibla for us as Muslims every day, 5 times a day, where we face to prayer, and is the center of the Hajj. The Ka'bah is also considered amongst many scholars to be the place where Adam alayhi salam first made sujood to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on this earth. And it is also considered to be geographically the center of the earth. Wherever we are in the world, as Muslims, we are expected to face the Ka'bah, the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that blessed place. Now, here we are witnessing a very special event which only happens once a year on the day of Arafah. The Kiswah al-Ka'bah, is the cloth that covers the Ka'bah in Mecca, in Saudi Arabia, as we can see. It is draped annually on the 9th day of the month of Dhul Hijjah, today, the day pilgrims leave for the plains of Mount Arafah during the Hajj. The term Kiswah is Arabic for pall, the cloth draped over a casket, and is cognate of the Hebrew word kiswi. Every year the old Kiswah is removed, cut into small pieces, and given to certain individuals visiting foreign Muslim dignitaries and organizations. Some of them sell their share as souvenirs of the Hajj. In earlier times, Umar bin Khattab would cut it into pieces and distribute them amongst pilgrims who used them as shelter from the heat of Mecca. The present cost of making the Kiswah amounts to 17 million Saudi riyal. The cover is 658 meters squared and is made with over 670 kilograms of silk. The embroidery contains 15 kilograms of gold threads. It consists of 47 pieces of cloth, and each piece is 14 meters long, 101 centimeters wide. The Kiswah is wrapped around the Ka'bah and fixed to the ground with copper rings. The manually designed embroidery of the Quranic verses are slowly being aided by computers, thus increasing the speed of finishing. The first time the Ka'bah was clothed was during the rule of the Jurham tribe of the Yemen, during the visit of the King Tuba of Hymir in present-day Yemen. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam and the Muslims in Mecca did not participate in the draping of the Ka'bah until the conquest of the city in 630 AD or 7 after Hijrah, as the ruling tribe, the Quraysh, did not allow the Muslims to do so. When Mecca was taken by the Muslims, they decided to leave the Kiswah as it was until a woman lighting incense in the Ka'bah accidentally burnt down the Kiswah. Then Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam draped it with a white Yemeni cloth. Many notable caliphs thereafter of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam have had their share of ruling over the Kiswah. For instance, Muawiyah used to drape the Ka'bah twice a year, along with the help of Abdullah ibn Zubayr and Abdul Malik. They brought the traditional silk covering into effect. Another caliph is Al-Nasir, the Abbasid caliph, notable to his contribution on starting the tradition of dressing the Ka'bah with one kiswa at a time, instead of the now outdated accumulation kiswa. The process of putting new kiswas on the older one, when Abbasid Caliph performed Hajj in 160 after Hijrah, he saw that the accumulated kiswa could cause damage to the Ka'bah itself. He therefore decreed that only one kiswa should drape the Ka'bah at any one time, and this has been observed ever since. The Caliph Al-Ma'mun draped the Ka'bah 3 times a year, each time with a different color: red for the 8th of Dhul Hijjah, white on the 1st of Rajab, and another red brocade on the 29th of Ramadan. Later on, Al-Nasir the Abbasid draped the Ka'bah with green. Both Al-Nasir and Al-Ma'mun disagreed on the frequent color changes and switched to black, and black it remains until this day. From the time of the Ayyubids, precisely during the reign of a Salih Ayyub, the kiswa was manufactured in Egypt. It was sent in a huge annual parade before the Hajj season. Material for the kiswa was brought from Sudan, India, Egypt, and Iraq. The tradition continued until 1927, when it was manufactured then in Saudi Arabia. And as you can see now on your screen, my dear brothers and sisters, you can see the old, the Kaaba being removed, and the new one being drawn and placed upon the Kaaba. And this is a great occasion, a fantastic opportunity to see. And of course, the Kaaba which is taken down is cut into pieces and distributed to various different individuals, and often on some occasions there is even an opportunity for you to buy such items from the Kaaba. And of course, this is a special time which is chosen on this day, because this is such a special time. The spiritual journey of the Hajj, a journey of a lifetime, that journey that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has asked us to do once in our lives.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا